Welcome to the Redbeard Show, here on Pot TV. Making dreams come true, I'm telling you. Jordank from Penticton, having a good time here. His girlfriend's behind us in the old peanut gallery, Emily Christine Photography. Check it out online. While I'm at it, Mrs. Beard's in the chat too, if you need any help in the chat. Jen Little Art, go check that out too, Jen Little Art on the internet. So right off the top, I want to thank my sponsors, Vancouver Seed Bank. VancouverSeedBank.ca. You can get all your seed needs filled. All your help needed is there. The staff know everything you need to know. Get in touch with them. Now I want to thank some good friends for this good medicine. I want to thank Kind Selections. Look at that, I got some fresh mail from Kind Selections. I got the Beard Brothers in the house, and thanks to Prairie Mountain Lifestyles, providing me with the medibles to keep my health. If you're a registered patient in Canada, get in touch with those guys. Don't need to go to the LPs, yay? I also want to thank Remo Nutrients. Check out these healthy girls behind us here. Doing really well. Thank you, Remo, for coming up with the formula to make plants so good. Remo's got 14 international awards. The guy knows what he's talking about. You know it, Remo. I want to thank AIM Kilns. This here is an AIM Kiln, one of the best tools I've got. Supporters of our industry, AIM Kilns. If you need one, holler at me. I'm a Canadian distributor. Oh, can't forget my beer sponsor, 12 Kings Pub. Holy smokes, I have a beer sponsor. How about that? So 12 Kings Pub is at the corner of 12th and Kingsway. They got all kinds of tasty craft beers. And the owner of the pub is a huge supporter of the cannabis industry. Involved himself in a couple different dispensaries over the years. So I encourage you to go there. While you're not allowed to smoke cannabis in the bar, you sure as fuck can roll it on the tables. So that's what I always do. Have a good time. Tell them the Redbeard says hi and ask for my recommendation. So, another beautiful day in paradise, eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So Jordan lost his freaking pipe at the gathering. I think we might have it still. The gate staff, I think, scooped it for you. They got it. It's safety, I hope.
As long as someone's getting some use and they're happy with it, right?
Yeah.
And you brought your Vagabond piece, so you already have a Vagabond piece.
Oh yeah.
But I think you need a Vagabond Redbeard Jordank collab.
That would be
Don't you
amazing.
think? So that's the gist of what we're going to do. Let's show you what we've got so far. Vagabond couldn't make it today, but he sent his regards and his glass. So this is what Vagabond made. Nice little base of a Sherlock. I think we're going to make a Sherlock bubbler. That's the plan. And before the show, I pulled some tubing, and it does have a stripe of clear. It is a fade to clear. It's mostly half blood, matching that color Vagabond used. Some Passion Extreme, and kind of for fun, I used this rod here from Monka, Gerbera Pink, and it's kind of like a Millefiori. It's got like rods down the center of it. That's kind of neat, just for fun. So I think we're gonna make a disc up top, little mouthpiece off of that, narrow style, hitting that can, and then Jordan's gonna make a few marbles for it. I think that's the plan, eh, Stan?
Sounds like a plan, man.
Cool.
I'll probably make a couple of chaos marbles, maybe for an implosion, just keep it simple, you know.
Killer.
Yeah.
Chaos marble. We've done that on the show.
Definitely.
Hey, I noticed, look at all the gathering dust on your pad here.
Yeah, I'm like,
Woo! We're fresh from the glass gathering. Oh, I forgot to mention Dirty Dave at Limited. How's about that? I think I forgot to mention Dirty Dave. Sponsor my t-shirt here. Check out these awesome shirts he made for the gathering. Sorry, Dirty Dave. I almost forgot you. That dang memory of mine. If you want a gathering shirt, I've got lots left over. Let me know your size and what color you prefer, and we'll see if I can fill your needs. And otherwise, Dirty Dave will help you out. He's got some pretty fun shirts on board. So, I just hogged this whole thing, brother.
Alright.
Sorry about that. We got talking and I just... Yeah. Oh, we can do that again. Got some fresh nebulas here. And I think that's the... I think that one is the Kush. That's the God Bud Green Crack. And then I've got some sour diesel here. Oh, and we've got some dabs. We'll be having dabs out of this dirty, dirty Gibson rig because I didn't have time to clean it. But that's alright. We're not fussy around here, are we?
not at all.
Well, you can be, but then you can go fuck yourself, right? No problems. We're trying to reclaim the phrase "go fuck yourself," by the way. It's in the most politest of ways I recommend saying it. So without further ado, go fuck yourself and enjoy it. Self-pleasure is a wonderful thing. So, what are we doing here? Where are we going to start, man? We got the can.
Yeah,
you wanted to make a bubbler or dry? That's the first thing, because we've got this now on axes.
You know what?
So if we want to make
a silver coin for it.
Holy smokes.
Alright. Heads will go bubbler. Tails will go dry.
Flip an ounce.
That's hard. Bubbler!
Bubbler it is. So that's really good to put the bubbler in now while we're on that axis. And I can spin it, so I'm going to pop a hole right on the end here. Just get some dust off it. So I'll go ahead and pop the hole, and then we'll make the bubbler downspout. And then what do I got to do? I think I'll make the mouthpiece next, and then the connector piece. So have you got everything you need to get started on marbles?
Actually, I need a solid rod, probably like a 10 or a 12 to keep off.
I do. I have to get that in. Just ring this hole for a sec. Got lots of 8 mil right here. If that'll do.
Oh yeah, that should be.
That'll do the trick. It's good to be versatile.
Yep.
When I first learned how to blow glass, the fellow that taught me, Sibo, we only used medium wall tubing, and I didn't, you know, it was always, first thing you had to do was gather up the glass, and then you could get to work. The day I found heavy wall tubing was a happy day.
Yeah.
Made life a lot easier. Okay, so I'm just reaming open a hole here. That'll be the downspout, and then we'll push the bowl through there. I'll put that back in the kiln. Let's get a downspout ready. Just need a little flow tube for that. So sure did have a lot of fun at the gathering. Total of 5 bands, 3 DJs. It was a lot of fun. 40, I think we ended up with 40 even glass stations. Lighter?
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Let's store it in between two. Just give a shout if you're missing any tools, and I'll throw them at your head. Just kidding. It's his first time in my shop, so I'm having a little fun with him. So,
Chatroom says hello, big warm hello to Jordank.
who says that?
Chatroom.
Chat room.
Just the entire chat room.
Yeah, Jordank's getting the love.
Hey guys, it's good to see you finally, like in person. I know I chat every weekend. I probably make a good old fool of myself, but I'm here now to make a fool of myself, so it's a little bit better. Yeah.
He's handsomer than you thought, isn't he? Yeah. Big fuck, go fuck yourself to the trolls in the chat room. Just joking. We actually never have trolls on my show. Very rare. It's pretty awesome. I appreciate the respect. So if you do have questions for me today, Mrs. Beard's behind me in the watch and the chat. First off, how's the sound? Can you hear us all right? Got a little music in the background. And Balkan beatbox. I should be playing some live Grateful Dead, but that just makes me feel like I should be in Chicago, so. Thinking of live streaming the show tonight, the YouTube show in Chicago. But I gotta tell you, I'm still floating from the gathering. Are you armed? Your rig might not be down.
Yeah.
So you're this one. And just let a bunch of, no, that's me. This one, and just let a bunch of air out first, because you probably have air in your lungs. You might. Yeah. You guys like my my gangster hat? It's come from PJ Glass down in the States, formerly of Vancouver Island. Much love, PJ. Thanks for the hat, boss. It's pretty hot for a hat, though. I'll set it down here. So is it going?
Oh, I still
No, I just gotta. So we'll just dial your rig in. Yeah, you're at 30 pounds. I think you got lots. Maybe this is you.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, there we are. Yeah.
Boom.
Woo! There we go.
More than a concentrator.
That's for sure.
And we are, our regulator, we're sharing a regulator.
Oh,
So
okay.
if I switch my to my big torch,
Yep.
you might notice a slight bit.
That's
It'll just take a second adjustment.
Yeah.
If I think of it, I'll warn you. It's really important only when you're using like black, like because your flame might get out to reduce,
Yeah.
and then you end up with a little bit of gray. So what I've done here is just get the end of the downspout ready. Just pop 4 holes around the side and a hole in the bottom. And I guess it just takes practice knowing how big to pop these holes, but you want the bottom hole to be slightly smaller than the side holes. You want a little bit of restriction on it, but not too much either. It's kind of a fine art that you just develop. It's a percolator art. Alright, so now we've got the cutoff saw here. The old carbide. We're just going to give it a scratch. Now, before I do that, we better measure how long we need her. Grab this out of the kiln. What I do is hold it down to where the water level is going to be, mark it with my thumb like this, and then I'm going to flare it, so I'll add a little like that. The flaring, I generally add about ½ inch length to the tube. So where did I put that carbide? Give that a scratch right at that thumb mark. A little saliva spreads the crack. Somehow, that's what the book says. Your saliva spreads the crack. Remember, did you ever learn that? Like,
Nice.
how does that work, right?
Nice.
I'll do it again just for good luck. Yeah, somehow it's like gets into the crack and helps.
If you're just tuning in now, we're talking about glass.
Oh yes, we indeed. We could be talking about my shitty bong here. In case you missed my 2 episodes ago, here's the shitty bong.
So funny.
Something funny happened at the glass gathering too. It was sitting on the table, and yes, this is a man taking a shit on a bong, but his ass cracked. There's a crack right in his ass there, in his ass crack. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. It's hard to see, but I almost don't want to polish it out because it has a pure,
Greater attention to
real,
detail.
yeah, attention to detail. Yes, always my strive to attention for detail for sure. Thank you for noticing, Jim.
PSP is on the chat today, and he's going to be giving away games in just under 15 minutes.
Yeah, as always, Vancouver Seed Bank. You guys rock.
Yeah.
I got some amazing autoflower seeds that I'm going to try real soon here. I'm going to see if I can squeeze out an outdoor before the end of the season. I'm going to document it, do a little bit of filming. So I'm just reaming this open. And this is not as easy as it looks. You really have to gauge your heat base and your heat gradient right to not get a big large wrinkle there or anything else. So just a nice flare out. Now we got to check the length and see if it's long enough. Looks like someone was using my tweezers for roach clips or something. I don't know who would have done that. Bad beard. Bad beard. So now let's see if that fits. Perfect. You want it to be about that high up so you got some room to flatten it. Follow? Alright, so now we're going to dust off that dust. Pesky kiln dust. It's not a big deal, but it just takes a second to get rid of it. I think you can put kiln wash in your kiln to prevent all that. I've never done it. It's one of those things that you know you should do, but you just don't do it. I guess like dieting or something. Oh. So it's stuck and it's totally crooked. What do I do? Shit, I totally fucked up. Well, just wait a second. Don't panic, just wait. And wrap it with your rod, and it'll come loose. And let's do that again. So I'm just holding it in place with my rod. Now it's perfectly centered. Now I'll drop in, and we'll just heat that edge until it sticks. Last time it stuck in the wrong spot. So there we go, that must be stuck. More heat. Let's melt this down. So now when we're doing a boulder bowl, this is tricky. I'm just going to try to watch the hole size shrink at the end here. And when it gets to the right size, I'm going to take my bowl push and push it in. You can brace it with a 3mm stick up here, and that is a very good idea. But it's something I didn't think of beforehand. So do as I say, not as I do. And it's a a good idea to put a brace up that too. So just watching that hole size. Get close. Grab my bowl push. And here we go. By blowing there, I kind of thinned out this the wall up top there. Didn't need to be so thick. Now I'm just going to use my brass reamer just to double check that hole, line it up. My tungsten pick's another great tool for that. Nice to warm it up ahead of time. And now I'm just pushing that over. I can see through the glass it was slightly crooked, so I just kind of straightened it by pushing it in place. No big deal. One of my handiest tools are these little tiny needle nose pliers. Have you got a pair of these yet, Jordan?
No, not
these.
These
are essential for bowls. You get in there, if your hole's slightly too small, I can just reach in, spread that hole. This is a really essential tool. If you don't have one of these, get one.
Yeah.
It used to have a spring right here, but now I just kind of have to use 2 fingers to go both ways there. So there we've got it. Looks good. My bowl's even to the top of his head, which is good. Not too janky at all. It's 420. Oh. Luckily, I have half a split here. It is a concern. That's the time we all get together to medicate.
That's true.
So the bowl push is pretty close to the bottom, the bubbler. I'm just going to try to heat the rim back up, and the weight of the downspout, by holding it on an angle like this, I'm going to pull it out away from the bottom so I can have a bit more room to flatten it. The other thing is, we got Jordan building some marbles here. We'll use those as a base. I think that's what. That way, that'll have the best action.
I'll try and make them all roughly the same size.
Sweet. Yeah, we'll just put them around here and here and here. So that looks pretty good. Peanut gallery? Have a look-see, folks. Thank you, Vagabond, for the contribution. Oh, look at, I see more Vagabond. Where are you, Vagabond? You're supposed to be here, man. I told you I was going to give you a hard time on the show. God damn it. Go fuck yourself. Taking it back. I'm taking the phrase back. Y'all should just go fuck yourselves. So I'm enjoying this delicious IPA. I encourage you, if you enjoy a good craft beer, this is made in Delta, BC. It's a 4 Winds IPA. I just found it recently, and big thanks to my beer sponsor, 12 Kings Pub, introducing the fine beers to the people. And you know what that means, folks? It's time for a safety break. I'm gonna have a dab. It's time for a dab. I guess I didn't need to put this out. It's time for a dab out of the dirty, dirty Gibson rig. Is Gibson dirty or is the rig dirty? I'll leave that up to you to find out. But this rig is dirty, dirty. Okay, so let's hit. I have this chunk here set aside, and I know it's this Atomic Love Shatter. Just like the name of that, eh?
Yeah.
Atomic Love Shatter.
I had some of that at the GCGG, and it's probably some of the tastiest stuff I've had in a very, very long time.
Indeed, this one got stuck to, I think I'll just have to dab the whole thing. This one got stuck to the outside of the paper, not parchment paper. Lovely. Pardon? This is by Kind Selections. Atomic Love Shatter. We had a great representation of oils at the Glass Gathering. Beer Brothers super represented. They had a great tent set up, and Kind Selections was there, and Prairie Mountain Lifestyles. I gave my jar of salsa to the DJ. Yeah, Panda Bear loved it. Yeah, thanks again, Jade. I still got one of the massive jars of chili of hers. Oh man. Prairie Mountain Lifestyles, check it out. Yeah, this is the kind selections. I'm trying to use a bushy flame so I don't oxidize my nail. I'll say it again. I want a laser heat gun. And I want one of you people out there to invent a really small one that I can attach and mount on my bomb. So if you're listening to me out there somewhere in the world, that was a doozy. God damn.
You like to chase it with the baby?
No, that's too short. Forest fire hazard. Forest fire hazard is extreme with that roach. Actually, I get resin in my mustache more than I burn it. In the small joints. Alright, so what's next? We got the bugger can ready. It's time to get the mouthpiece ready. We got this section out here. And I guess since we got the receiver of the pipe right here, I can ask you, what do you want on the mouthpiece, man? I was thinking of a bow tie.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Done. So we're going to do a bow tie. Bow ties can often look like spiders. They can often look like just other things too, but I'll show you how this is done. We're going to swirl this in one direction. We're going to twist it in one direction. This tube. Oh, my lungs are like, whoo! Good dab. Good dab. Got the grip on. Strong like old country. Remember, folks, moderation, moderation. Know your limit, stay within it. As I was saying at the gathering number of times on the mic, I don't know, some people feel the need to superdose at parties like that, and I was just asking people, no hero doses. Do that in your living room, in the comfort of your own home, with someone watching by. Buddy system always. Well, we had a great gathering without incident. We thought we lost someone for a while, like wandered off in the woods, but turned out they caught a ride to town. Yeah. And that actually showed us how prepared we were. We had the whole property searched in minutes. That was pretty good. Okay, so I'm already twisting this up. To prevent any kind of wrinkling, you want to keep the wall kind of thin. Not thin, but even. You don't want any folds. I think I'll just keep twisting this up nice and tight. So how's that marble going, brother?
Pretty good. Just got the first base down. Now I'm going to start putting those stringers on, like you saw me making that little bird's nest or
oh, yeah.
whatever you want to call it there. And
well, maybe we should put a camera on you there in a minute if you're into it.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. We can teach everyone how to do that one again. It's a good marble. It's really good to begin with. It I don't want to say it makes you look better than you are, but it it does the trick. It's very nice marble.
You can maybe see why I picked it to demonstrate on a show.
Definitely.
It's kind of get it accomplished all in one show, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I saw someone doing it recently where they did the chaos marble, and then in the backing had some shredded silver.
Oh, nice.
So it looked like the space.
Final galaxy one.
Yeah, it was really trippy. It looked like a nebula. Okay, so I've got a one-way twist. Just spiraled up here. Follow. Woo! I think that's about a quarter gram dab there.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It's gripping.
Hey, Mr. Beard?
Yes.
Somebody's asking, how do you stop the dents and holes?
Keep your wall thinner and more even. Thinner wall to prevent folds. keep control. When it gets super thin, it folds like shit actually, so you don't want to get that thin. But you also don't want it too thick. I guess I was referring to the color folding within the thick glass when you're twisting it. That's what I was referring to. But if you're talking about the folding when you have a thin glass, well, that is, then you've gone too thin. So in order to prevent that, you need to pour the heat into it and not pull your hands apart, but keep gathering it. And that's a trick. It took me quite a while to get that. I watched a good man, Mark, struggle with some too thin bubbles from bleach glass, and he's really did well at the gathering. You just see his progression. But it's a real challenge when you get a thin bubble that starts to fold, and to recover that is a real challenge. I can show you how to do that. You just got to pour the heat into it and continue to control it. So the end of my the termination here was kind of muddy. Like glass on top of glass. That's much better. So I just removed some, and now I've got a clear termination. A nice comes to the point without any color over top of color. And so now with the bow tie, the trick is picking halfway perfectly. I'm gonna need to pop a hole right here halfway down this spiral, and I need to gauge it exactly halfway. So we'll do that. BSB is giving away genetics, so time to get yourselves in the chat room and get ready for their skill testing question or something of such. Free seeds though, how can you go wrong? We need to overgrow the government and overgrow the rules. I encourage you all to plant 5 seeds. Yep. Do it soon, do it quick. Get some autoflowers. You can still finish. Oh, it's sweaty in here, eh? Woo!
Yeah, it's pretty hot. My little studio's retarded.
Excuse me. In the winter though, my studio is also warm. You don't hear it?
Yeah. That'll do it.
And soon, I'm building this greenhouse right outside this window, and I'm gonna vent all this CO2 into my greenhouse. It's gonna be brilliant, I tell ya.
I didn't even think about that. Like, wow,
Yeah.
plants are just gonna eat that up.
Yeah.
You're gonna love it.
That'll help. So, bunty on, that's pretty much a cold seal. That'll come off easily. Now I gotta remove the other termination. Nice and clean. And it needs to make, you gotta remember that hole is already popped, and that hole needs to be halfway. If it's off by much, this bow tie is a challenge. Need to stress that point. Okay, so pulling it off. Notice I turned my punty on a right angle, and I just pull it off like that. Now I'll go back in the plane to keep the pattern tighter. Now I take a look at it. Is it muddy? Is there color on top of color? Or is it just up to clean? And as you can see, it's clean right off the first try. See? Peanut gallery? See that? Chaos maker?
Oh!
First try.
That's
no
awesome.
mud.
Yeah, man. That's like perfect.
So now I need this handle back. I often just take a tool and slide it up the edge there, and it knocks off your piece. So, hot seal the blow tube back on. Hot seal means both sides hot. Permanent seal. Now remember the other seal wasn't permanent, so while this one's soft, I'll knock that one off. And now ideally, we're halfway between this point and this point. I really hope we are. That's always that takes practice to get. So let's melt this down and tear it in half. Out of the process. So Jordank, what do you want to do with the second bow tie?
Is it like an actual bow tie sheet?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a spider or a bow tie. I'll show you what I mean.
Good. We can make a section out
We
of
can
it.
make, yeah, or a little shield. How about a pendant? Matching pendant?
Yeah. That's a great idea, actually. Matching pendant sounds great.
So I've got a couple more questions for that.
Awesome, what do we got?
Somebody wondering. Yeah, I lost the question there. It was a few minutes ago they asked. Wondering how you shred your silver. Do you use a file or?
Yeah, file. Metal file.
A pair of like wire cutters, clip off a little piece and stick it to a rod, and that's all we do in the fuming for this guy.
Yeah, me too. That's how I pull off for all my fuming off the rod.
Yeah.
But if you want to do the Galaxy pendant, you just file off a bit of silver onto your carbon pad, scoop it together in a little bit array like a pile. You can even arrange it, and then you slam down some liquid glass on it. Alright, so I've got this now in a barrel shape. I'm going to go ahead and pop the end, and we'll tear it in half.
The other
See how I
question
do.
is from Dirty Dave, actually.
Dirty Dave's in the chat.
He wonders if you tried the cookies here that would too.
Did I try the cookies? I think we all tried the cookies. Yes, those cookies were delicious and heavy. It was good. Yeah, I handed them out to all. I didn't eat any ganja food or any acid or hallucinogens during my weekend at the gathering this year. Yeah, I kept my head on straight. I was in charge. I had a party to run. Yeah, with great parties comes great responsibilities. Okay, so I've popped my other blow tube side. I'm going to just attach a blow tube and then we're going to tear this in half. See what I got here? Just a one direction spiral. Now I'm going to get on there and I'm going to cut it right in half, focusing on the terminations. Voila! It's pretty straightforward. Stick that side. Puff out. Oh hey, I also wanted to give a shout out to Culture Rising's Jordan Rising for this sick fucking pendant you gave me. And it's a real honor of a gift. Thank you very much. I'm a big deadhead. I thought I'd wear it today. It was a pleasure meeting you, Jordan. You're a real gentleman. And it was really fun to hang out. Next time I come to Ontario, I'm coming. Save me a parking spot for the bus. Oh, I might need 3 parking spots, by the way. Got more buses? Har, har. This is not the time, says Mrs. Beard. It's here. You can even pause on them. And that's a good idea to pause on them slightly because they're a little thicker. So I'm just cutting this in half so you can see I've really focused that band of heat in the center. Now I'll slightly pull my hands out a little more. And now I can focus even more at that center. You don't want to twist. Just go nice and slow. Take your time, come out of the flame, pull a little more. Just splitting it in half. Right at the termination. You could give it a little hurry up with your V-necking tool. But ideally you want to flame cut this one.
Jordan's got a big lot for you out there.
He's got a what?
A big lot for you in Jordan Rising.
Oh good. Oh good. We got a few buses. So we're planning the Great Convoy.
And we're invited up to, or you are, to the UK as well.
Well, that'll be tougher to get the buses there, but maybe we'll just rent different buses. We'll do the Europe version.
You're a very good driver, so I think we can do it.
I've imagined a barge where you drive your school bus onto it and you just like park it in a spot where your drive wheels like like when you're doing an engine test, I sit and run the rollers, and that part makes the boat go, and then the steering wheel part sits in so it turns the rudder. I think we could drive the bus to the UK. I got it all planned, I got it all figured out. So I'm just going to clean up these terminations. I've now cut it in half, and I don't want to take a lot off here, just the very end that's sticking far out. Just like that, and I'll do the same to this side. This side has less to take off. So, there we have it. Now you can't see the pattern as well because it's on such a peaking angle. But let me just pull these, I'll ball one up and I'll show you what we got. I think we'll go with this. Ah, there we are, eh?
That's so cool.
So now I'm just going to ball up the end of it by focusing the heat and keeping it on an angle like this while heating this end and blowing through to keep that wall thin. Right at the peak it gets thick. We don't need that. We don't want that. I could be wearing my blowhose and swivel, but we'll go old school styles. So you can see already it's changing shape nicely. So yeah, the great convoy. Hopefully next summer we're going to come to a town near you. We're going to make a collab with an artist near you and film the process, make an episode, travel on, several vintage buses, several cameras, a real production. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. Alright, and there's your bow tie shape. You can see the two loops there. Peanut gallery, you get first view. Camera. Ladies first, right? Come on, I am a gentleman. I might be fucking crude, but I am a gentleman. Yes, sir. That looks pretty good, eh?
Yeah. Oh, you
See that? The loop here you gotta really see. And now when I mount it up into a bigger bubble, it'll really hold up.
That's awesome.
The bow tie. Kind of a butterfly look. So we'll do a real cold seal on that. I don't want to remove any of the pattern when I take off that punty. And we'll bubble trash this side. Same thing, I don't want to take any pattern off of that ball. So I've just blown it beyond paper thin, and now it'll just pop itself open. Alright. So I think I better mount this into a bigger bubble just to accentuate the bow tie. And maybe the funnest thing to do would just be should I do a clear behind it? Jordank, it's your bubbler. What do you want? Bitch window and a clear saucer as the mouthpiece?
Yeah.
Not too big, but
sweet little bitch window.
alright. I think so too. Because then the rest of the stem is just like a simple one-way swirl.
Yeah.
So I'll get that ready. You tell me when you think you're at a point where a camera might be fun on you.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just rounding off your marble?
This one, yeah. When I start the second one, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe I'll just keep ripping and just looking for a piece of tube here. Maybe this one will not bust too far down. Yeah, we're good. Left me enough to play with. Oh, that dab was so big last time I don't need a safety brake. I'm safe enough as is. Always put your beer away from the kiln. That's a good lesson. It's a good way to get a warm beer. But your coffee, on the other hand, directly on the kiln.
Just outside of the kiln, just an awful lot of heat.
Just enough to keep your coffee warm. It won't boil your soup or nothing.
Use some of this onyx in back there.
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah. Any color. Do you want to go? You got color over here to pick from too.
Oh, sweet.
see this? Do you want some silver unobtainium or something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know. I thought you might. Tear into that.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you to Epoch Glass. Out of, I think it's Winnipeg, I want to say. Sorry, Epoch. He's in the middle of Canada, that middle flat region. Real good guy, Tim. He's a sponsor of the Glass Gather. And I scored some of the color. So I'm just going to blow this bubble into a fairly flat, nice little bubble here. Pop the hole. Now let's open up the end of the bubble. And I want it to be centered, so we'll just pull that into a nice little point. Heat up that glass with this handle, get it out of there, it's just garbage. And now we can tear this hole open out of that point and it'll be perfectly centered. Getting a hole perfectly centered is not easy, and it's very important. So once you have the hole, it's best to right away ream it a bit, open it up, and then you can see if it's irregular, and you have to snip some off. Nope, perfect. Good show, good show. So we might as well stick that bitch on there, eh? Bitchin', I lost the bitch. The bitch done broke off. Damn. That's why we got tweezers. Ran away. The bitch ran away. Get back here. So we'll just punch you up again. That's the thing about cold seals, but there's a reason for that. It does also, there was no scar I had to deal with there. Give that a quick polish, and I'm just going to drop this right onto that open hole. Here we go. So, Jordank here and his lovely partner Emily, Christine Photography. These guys were a super huge help to the gathering. Like, you were volunteers and you guys held down that gate for hours.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
It was our pleasure, man.
Seriously. It was also a good way to meet people as they came in too, eh?
Very much so. I couldn't have asked for a better weekend, and if you guys haven't been to the Glass Gathering, I really suggest getting out there next year, because this gets bigger and better every time, and it's just too phenomenal to even explain. There's no words for it.
Yeah, we're going to focus on getting better and not bigger.
Yeah.
Gets to a certain size,
Yeah.
and then we'll just maintain. Because I don't have too much room to expand, so it takes a dedicated crowd, and it is really an awesome family reunion. We had vending this year. We'll expand that next year. I think most of the people responded well to that. That was new. And that's just all sponsors and close friends and glass blowers that do other things other than glass. There was a snow cone, and the Beard Brothers were there, and there was a lot of people. Vapor Tech. A lot of people set up some booths. It went well, I thought. So the thing you can do here to cheat is roll it in a marble mold to keep your round. You have to do that gently. Put another marble mold over here underneath the camera. These are infinite rim molds. These are the babies. These things are great. I don't always use it on clear glass, but sometimes with some patterns, I just thought I'd show you how you can use these. Some patterns, they really lend an oval shape. You see there's more color in two directions on that. But you can see how it totally does look like a bow tie. Oh, totally. And awful like a spider.
Hot shot.
Yeah, hot shot. Check that out. That looks good. And now just focus on getting this a little flatter. And to do that, I'll just heat from the, I guess we'll call it the equator of the sphere out towards the color. So I'm just heating the equator now on an angle like this, and it'll slowly ball back. I had to come straight home after the glass gathering. I'd lost my voice, and my driver, Vagabond, had a real bad case of some poison oak or ivy or something going on there. A little bit of a leper. So we had to get him home to the hospital quick. I didn't make it to the Cannabis Cup. And I heard there was some excitement, so I wanted to give a shout out to...
Not Cannabis Cup.
Oh, sorry, Cannabis Day. My brain going faster than my tongue again. Oh, that turned out good. Anyway, brothers Neil Magnuson and Bert Esterbrook got arrested.
Yeah,
And brothers David Melmo Levine and another fellow with the Church of the Universe. That turned out pretty good, eh? So, what do you think if you're smoking? Do you want it this way, like bow tie size? You want sideways or this way? With the pipe?
Yeah,
I think sideways or this way. This way it's got a just very imperceptible goes to the right. I think we should go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. We agree. We'll just 90-degree this one, and this is the mouthpiece I'm popping now. That your lips will meet. Just need a little punchy. And actually, I think I'll just not bother punching up. I'll just go straight to the blow tube. Find one that's open here.
Fuck the punchy.
Fuck the punchy. Hey, punchy, go fuck yourself. So, tear that off, and we're just gonna hot seal this on. It's gonna be carrying the weight of the piece. Sometimes you're tempted to cold seal your mouthpiece, only for repairs and such. Even then, I usually hot seal that. So that's the mouthpiece. Now we can remove this end, and we can remove that on a 90, no big deal. Awesome. Dust off my marver pad because I think in a second here I'll heat the whole back side and we'll just drop down and give her a friendly marver. Just a little marver, get it nice and flat. What I've learned over the years is a smaller chamber on the inside of the pipe lends to a smoother toe. Some of these art pieces we're not talking about function as much as art, but you don't really need a huge volume inside there is what I'm trying to get at. And I'm going to go ahead and pop the bottom hole. I know where I want to put it, so I'll just pop that just a little off center on the bottom. And there's a stringer, so that often happens. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's this stringer going off here. I can probably just grab it. Not hot anymore, but you can see it's kind of flicks off there. So if it ever happens to you, try not to go back into the flame, but grab a tool, usually carbon, and you just kind of knock that off there. There it is, it started there. So we just knock that off there. You do that cold, and it won't stick to the piece. If it gets stuck to the piece, and you remove it with the flame, it's actually a pain in the ass. It'll always be on the surface, and it'll always be visible. It's hard to hide those little stringer flips.
Yeah. I get those a lot on my dot stacks when I'm pulling my stringer out.
Yeah.
It's a really good tip. You always knock it off, man.
Yeah, you're better off if it does stick. You got to dig it out with a piece of clear rod. Just swipe it off. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm just gonna twist a piece of tube for the stem here. I think this one will be long enough. I'll leave it on. Well, do you have another marble to make?
Yeah.
We'll fuck around and might as well wigwag these up real quick. How's our time there, Mrs. Spears?
4:53.
Hey, that's pretty good. Cheers to y'all. Hey?
We're on Jeff Burner time now.
Jeff Burner time. Jeff Burner is a fun artist. Plays a serious accordion. You saw him here in Penticton. Look him up, Jeff Burner, B-E-R-N-E-R. So I think actually just to save a bit of time, maybe I'll beach ball this. Or just give it a one swirl at the end. What do you think? What do you think? I can wig-wag it. It won't take long. So I'll punt you up and we'll just pull this out a little bit. We'll do 3 or 4 bender backs. Tighten up the terminations. We'll do that twice. So, heated it up nice and evenly. Notice how the glow is consistent end to end. Not quite enough at this end here and this end here. Pretty close. Now we'll pull that out. You're welcome anywhere in here too if you want with your pictures and stuff. Get right in there. Breathe on his neck. If you want, you're welcome too. Mrs. Beard, you as well.
It would be weird on account of I'm not taking photos, but, it's a party.
So I'll just start with this termination here and we'll give it a swirl to the left. My right hand's going down, left hand turning up. Like so. We'll bounce right over to the other side, the other termination. And I use my wide flame just to get it ready. Because I want to twist a nice little bit there. Thin out the walls so I can get a better, cleaner termination. This is like punk accordion, eh? This is so cool. Yeah. And if you can hear the words, it's really funny too. Okay, now I'm going to start over back towards the other side now. And this is wig-wagging. Just going to heat it up. Quick bender back, and done. Spin the wall. Go to the other side. This one I'll do for the camera. You ready? Quick bender back and back. Note how little I twisted it. It's just a hump. Just hump it. Just hump yourself. Hump it up. Hump it up. Hump up the glass. Hump it up. Hump it up. There we go. Another one done? Pretty much. Did you say dirty much? I think that's pretty much what I heard.
I said pretty much, but that was better. I should just say dirty much.
I think so it should. That's a good one. See, my poor hearing is great for something. I make up new words all the time. Okay, so 2 more. Now the tricky thing with these bender backs is judging the last set. Is there room for 1 or is there room for 2? Squishing 2 in doesn't look good. So if you have the choice and you're not sure, just go with the 1. In this case, pretty sure 2 is right. But barely, so I tightened up my flame a little. I'll do a bender back right there. Pop it out. And then actually we do have to pause now because the next bender back is hard against that one. If I heat it up here, now I'll undo my last one. So usually we try not to end with 2 next to each other. And by we I mean that's me, the royal me. We are blowing glass. So here we go. You ready? Bender back. 2 rotations. That's it. Pop it out. not quite soft enough. Couldn't pop it out. We'll just apply a bit more heat without twisting. We're going to pop it out in that spot. There we go. Sweat dripping.
Yeah, it's getting hot.
So I actually got way more bender backs than I thought I would on this one. It was like 6 or so. 6 or so wags. So now I'm gathering it all together, which is definitely easier said than done. Trying not to fold these wigwags together. So you don't let it get too thick. You don't let it get too thin. And you don't twist it. You just gather those up. See that? Whoops. Luckily that was empty.
Woo. Man down.
Yeah, well it's an empty beer, it's also the problem, right? 2 things in one. So there, I did it without twisting, that's good. That's a pretty tight wigwag. Looks good. Think the clear turned out great. Okay.
Oh, that is tight.
Only the best for Jordank here.
Couldn't ask for more.
Oh, I'm having a blast, man. It was really funny getting to meet you. I don't think Emily heard this conversation. I wasn't like cautious or anything about meeting you guys or nothing, like local, but I was like, before I invited you to my house with like my family and my plants, I had to make sure you weren't like I don't know, like psychotic or anything, right? So I was like totally relieved to meet some nice folks, and we all get along good, and it's pretty funny. I was just like, because there was a couple shows ago, I wanted to invite you out, but we hadn't met yet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know, what if he's just like a real dick? Anyway, glad you know the real. Yeah, he's got a real one. Anyway, glad to meet you folks.
Definitely.
And in our hood too, which is cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now we got a crew. Watch out.
Yeah.
Thinking of going to Kelowna for one of our next shows. Maybe a couple shows in a row. I haven't been to Mary Jane's yet.
Oh, they got a really nice studio.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So I gotta go check it out. There's a new glass studio in the neighborhood. I haven't been there. And then of course we gotta go back and visit Grizzly, Pimp City. Yeah, get along real well with Grizz. Hey? Oh, we gotta bring him some ducks, yeah? Yeah. I'm gonna go duck himself there. Duck you, Grizzly. Yeah, we're good. We're bringing some ducks. If anyone else wants ducks, you just holler. I got a couple ducks that gotta go. They're rapist ducks, but I think that's normal for ducks.
I think they'll only rape other ducks.
Yeah, they only rape other ducks. Thank you, Mrs. Beard, for pointing out that.
What can you do?
Okay, so if I'm gonna stack these wigwags, I gotta pop the hole in the center of the wigwag here. So I bulged it. Now before I pop it, oh, it is slightly off center. I'm just gonna move it over a bit. There we go. Now I pop. There we are. I'm just gonna keep that open. And we punty up on the same angle here to get the other termination. And then we'll put a blow tube back on and get it in the kiln ready for stacking. Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm realizing I popped the wrong side. I should have popped the clear side, so then I got that on the handle so I can put that on the stack. But it's not a huge deal. I just have to reverse them. So what I'm going to do is pop the hole in the middle of the clear using a blow pipe just on its own not attached. See how your flame adjusted there?
Yeah, I did.
That was me, yeah. See how I bulged it out? Same thing now, we gotta double check. Oh, it is slightly off. Turn that around, and I think I'm gonna reverse this. I put the hot end in my mouth.
Don't do that.
Yeah, not usually, but hey, we're live on TV. It's not that hot. There we go. Pull a little of that side off. That'll do her. Where did I put that? Alright. Once you're onto the clear side, we're good to go. So that's just a little bit of fuck up, but a recovery. I remember someone once told me glass blowing is a constant state of recovery.
Yeah.
That's kind of true. So now we got that punched up with the wigwags all on this end. The idea is to make another one of those. We got a bow tie we could just stick on the other side of that one too. That's what we could have done. I wonder if we could. Why don't I? Nothing wrong with doing that. Huh. Why don't we do that? Instead of stacking wigwags, why don't I stack that on that side? And then we're going to draw this out for the neck. Why not? Yeah, let's do it. Because this pattern's already done. Save a little bit of time here too, right? I think that'd be deadly. Going with it. Yeah, you want to show the cam?
Yeah, sure.
Get in there.
Got a little chaos marble going. Some unobtainium on the back there. Looks nice. A little bit of whites and some nice blues, just like you want to see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you nailed the silver. Nice. Again, the first thing I'm going to do with this ball is just round off the end of that. It was really peaked. Just want it to be more round. Safety brake?
Yeah. I'm going to try and find some 10 mil rod too. That 8 mil's
Yeah.
taken a long time to get out
Yeah.
here for me. I'm
So,
a newbie, you know.
Up here, just check out the cases. There's 12 for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's all good.
And you may need these to snap. You'll need, I think you're at that level. That's 8 to 12 mil rod. This rod goes further back, and then you can slide a little out and cut it off, whatever it is. We'll have to look around. Sorry, I'm not more organized. I'm not very organized.
It's all good.
I admit it. Okay, so I'll plenty up. Actually, I'm gonna lay this down a little flatter. And the reason being that'll be less to work in after I attach it. So just heating the end of it on an angle like that. And up in the air, I'm gonna pump it. Just kind of shrinking it down this way a little. You find one?
Good. Use a good old saliva trick.
Yeah.
That works good.
Awesome. I'm gonna trash this with bubble trash. Let it pop itself here. Give it a little helping hand with this. So there we've got that pop. Now we can slam the two together. Now the trick here is, once we do that, it's going to be sealed. So we're going to have to pop a small hole. Just trimming off a little of the extra clear. Alright. Let's see where this piece is at. So if we put that on this side, or this side, ooh, how about right in the middle there? That's pretty cool. Right in the middle of the wigwag this way.
Oh, yeah, man.
Why not? Or I could close this, flip it, and put it on that side. I don't think it matters really. It's going to be wicked either way.
Yeah, man. I think the first way would be
Let's
sweet.
put it right in the middle of the wigwag. I'm just opening this hole up. We'll put a bow tie right in the middle here. Yeah, like I said earlier, like I learned on medium wall.
Yeah.
You gather. You feel like eventually you feel it's a waste of your time.
That's how I actually started too. I bought some just above medium wall tubing, and yeah, I noticed that I was cutting about like 9 inches of length in tubing just to get like a 5-inch long pipe.
Yeah, exactly.
The other 4 to 5 inches. Crazy. And then I moved on to heavy wall, like you said, and I was cranking them out. You know. Gather time really takes a lot.
Alright, well this is going pretty good over here. I'm focusing most of the heat in the center of this bubble. I am going to flip this sideways. There we go, like that. Oh, it's gonna look awesome. You're gonna see the bow tie from both sides really well this way. See that window on that side?
Oh, wow. Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. I love it.
The lag is like a nice little fringe. That's awesome. Charlie? Hey, come in here.
Oh yeah, me too, please. Beer assistant here. Help needed. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. I'll help. So we have this Whistler Brewing Grapefruit Ale and Filthy Dirty IPA.
I'm trying the grapefruit.
Yeah, because you had the Filthy Dirty last,
I
so
did, yeah.
and I'm pretty sure yours is a twist. Nope. Set right in my marble. There's luckily lots of tools around for the job.
Thank you.
But that's close to the kiln now. You better drink it fast or move her. Woo!
I'll do a bit of both.
Safety brake. Hot in the shop, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to my beer sponsors, Walking Club, you rock. The Hammer. Okay, so so it's stocked up unless someone picked it up and kept it. I thought of that too.
Oh no.
No, I'm sure it didn't. Alright, just working this in a little more. I had to reheat it because I left it alone for so long. Now what I'm going to do is pop it on the 90. I'm going to droop this down the other way. Or maybe just leave it round. I could leave it round. I could pop it right there. Just I'm rotating it around, double checking where I want to pop. Yep. Got it. Alright, now I'm going to switch axes, so I need another blowpipe. Pop that off, weld it on. Oh! So the blowpipe shattered and all the pieces stuck to my beautiful ball. Yeah, no big deal. Remember earlier, we just, if the stringer flicks, you just wait.
That's simple.
That's it. And now it shatters again, but we're controlled. There's always something goes sideways on the Redbeard Show. I don't know why.
That's when it's not Redbeard itself.
Beauty. Tear this one off. I again chose not to punty up on this side simply because it's going to be easy to remove this one on a 90. There's no pattern to worry about. It's all clear. If you've got a pattern you're removing, always take a minute and punty up so you get a nice clean termination on that pattern. In this case, it's all clear on this side, so I don't mind moving it out on a 90. Alright. Everything is good here. Let's work this down. So I just want to change the shape from that disc to a bit more of a barrel. So far so good. You got to take your time with that. If you push it too far, it will fold and you'll screw up your pattern. Just go slow. Let it hang down. And we'll roll it on the marmer. We're just going to do that a few more times until we get a cylinder. What will help a lot to speed it up is to add a punty. Good. Just want it slightly thinner than that. We're pretty much long enough. Just want slightly thinner. I like a slender neck underneath those discs. We'll heat it up evenly again and we'll do one more stretch. Alright, that's pretty much it. We get a little marver here to make sure we're even. Feels even, looks even. Even Steve. So, almost there. Let's pop a hole in the end and attach the disc. Then we can attach this to the body. Then we can attach Jordank's marble. And then we fucking be done. 2 of your marbles. And it'll be good. I've got a marble sitting here I can attach on it too.
Nice.
Let's just start warming that up.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It'll be a collab from
tripod. James, I believe his name was, from Calgary there.
Hey, look who it is! The Tall fucking brothers. Hey man! The show's still on. Yeah. Are you serious? Play the credits out. We're about 15 from done. Wow, what a fucking treat. There's my friend Bill from the Small Brothers, the Tall Brothers. Gonna play us some live guitar on the Redbeard Show. Special fucking treat. These guys did really well at the Glass Gathering. Performed a couple sets down at the kitchen. They performed an amazing set off the stage Saturday night. 2 sets. They did their Tall Brothers and Small Brothers. So the Tall Brothers is jazz, swing jazz from the 30s, all with reefer references. And the Small Brothers is some of the same guys but a different arrangement playing bluegrass. Yeah, and that's Bill and his brother Tom. So today we have Bill here. That's great. What a happy surprise. Hey, man. It's okay, Star. She says, I love you. I love you. Oh, hey, man.
Hey, good to see you.
Right on, what a treat. We've actually been slaving away for a little while. It's all good. We're just nearing, not quite at the end, but getting closer. We're almost done the piece. So we did set the power on that television. I marked it. It's kind of in the right. You can also just unplug it. I use a television and a DVD player to play my music here.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Yeah, well, I don't want to take away from my computer's bandwidth stuff
Yeah.
or whatever stuff, you know. I don't want to mess with the Holy Spirit that is the internet. So I play my cassette tapes over there. Anyway, so I was just talking about how you guys played some killer fucking sets at the gathering, brother. Everyone's been commenting on it. What a treat it was. Like, it really raised the caliber. Like, you brought a horn player in, basically, and, like, top fucking notch. It was really good.
Bring a drummer.
Hey, yeah.
Next year we'll bring a drummer. I don't know.
Wicked. So you had a good day? Warming up for you?
Went to the Scottish festival.
Scottish festival, right?
Yeah, it's fun.
Cool.
Cacophony of bagpipers.
Sweet.
Of course.
Of course. So this is the mouthpiece I've made for, this is a piece we're making for Jordan. These guys were volunteers at the gathering.
Yeah, cool.
And we lost this piece in the process, so we're putting one together here.
And I caught you guys' set out by the kitchen there. It was really
Nice.
good.
I didn't
think we got a
catch
little
that
bit
one.
on tape actually.
Oh, good.
Post that to Facebook.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I heard the Q Quinton on soundboard taped everything too.
Nice.
The heat that went through his board, you know, on the stage. Hot damn! Is your family here too?
Yeah.
Awesome. Jen's on awesome. Mrs. Beard's on it.
This one's gonna be really chaotic.
Oh, killer.
Not a good amount of fume in there.
By the time you get that done, I'll just be done this whole contraption here. Oh, it's the precious. It's the precious, people. And I do believe I can thank a certain Canadian Compassion Club for this tree. Famous for them. Is that where you got it?
Yeah.
Canadian Compassion Club. .ca or .com? .com. Hey.
World.
Again, you don't need the LPs, folks. Are these on their menu now or no?
Yep.
Oh, snizzle bops. I might have to place a fucking order. That's cool. So this, what we're talking about, precious there, is it's hashish rolled into a joint. They've been around for quite a while. Some people around Nelson were making them for years. And I know some other folks making them, but it's a pretty rare to come across. And it's a real treat.
Like a fruit roll-up.
It's like a fruit roll.
Yeah.
That is what it looks like.
So I've been working on this weld for a few minutes, and it just keeps moving and moving. I'm gonna brace it now. I don't know why I didn't right away. Being lazy. Just brace it. A lot easier. So, Brother Bill, you got that fine instrument in your hands.
Oh yeah.
Will you grace us with something?
Absolutely.
Awesome. What are you feeling like, man? I like all your stuff, and I love it when you play it over and over so you can pick anything. And I was telling these folks how a lot of if you play any of your swing jazz, those are usually about cannabis, if you can catch the reference.
Oh yeah.
When you talk about jive, that's cannabis. When you talk about your vipers,
Gauge.
that's
Vipers.
it. Gauge, that's one too?
Yeah, gauge.
That's one I forgot.
T, of course. You know. Muzzles.
Yeah.
Jive names. The jive.
So there's a quick brace on that, and now I can really heat this weld and not worry about it moving. And I should have done that right away. It just takes a second to do.
That makes your life a lot easier. I remember I built my first bubbler with no braces, and Everything was crooked and all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Eh? Some of us old school blowers just we fight it, man.
Well, I mean, it's a good way to kind of get your stuff on point, right? Like, just, you know, doing it by hand.
The only people I know that don't braze are the old dinosaurs. It's true. Oh, it's just laboratory style, right? They just stick it, pull, done. Scientific glass.
The best of both worlds, in my opinion. That's the way to go. A little bit of old school and some new school mixed in there, and you got yourself some good old things.
Okay, well that's it for that. That looks good. The colors are really neat.
Yeah.
And the reds are still gonna come out. That's really cool. Oh yeah, let's do that.
Can I show it off?
This one's
Yeah, I'll show the camera. This is the precious. This is the hash joint. It's just like a fruit roll-up made of hash. Light it gently. Try to get it this in the kiln for a second. Hold it gently too. Try not to get that over there. So, I think I'll light her over here gently. Safety brake. Safety brake. That was really funny when the bluegrass band would quickly pass around the doogie and sing songs, and everyone loved it. I think his hands are full, but we'll keep it burning slow for him.
Still safe enough to play it too now.
Oh, good. So again, still small, but the small brothers and the tall brothers, check out their music. Tall brothers. Rocking as always.
Well, I dreamed about a reaper 5 feet long, the mighty mad, but not too strong. You'll get high, but not for long. If you're a viper, I'm the king of everything. I gotta get high so I can explain. Light a tea and let it be. If you're a viper, when your mouth gets dry and you know you're high, everything is dandy. Jog on down to the candy store, blow your top on peppermint candy, then you know that your body's spent. You don't care if you don't pay rent. Sky is high, so am I. If you're a viper, what you gonna do a solo with that thing?
That's what I was gonna say. Solo.
Almost there. I'll try it again in a sec.
When your mouth gets dry and you know you're high, everything's dandy. Chug on down to the candy store, blow your top on peppermint candy, then you know that your body's spent. You don't care if you don't pay rent. The sky is high, so am I. If you're a viper, sky is high, so am I. If you're a viper, woo!
Brother. Amazing. Viper.
See, Nez is another word for a jive, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
and it comes from a guy named Nez Nedro. who was a clarinet player, and just happened to be the hoolie dealer to all the major guys, cats and everything there back in Harlem, back in the whatever 20s and 30s.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We can thank him.
And he wrote a book called Really the Blues. You should check that out. You ever see a copy in a used bookstore or something like that? Stop that. Really the Blues by Nez Metro.
Mrs. Beard takes note. Mrs. Beard happens to work in a used bookstore once a week. Alright, well I got my hole popped. I'm ready to join this piece together. And then we're going to attach the marbles after that. I usually attach my marbles after I get the piece together.
Yeah, me too.
Sometimes I'll attach it on the can and then stick everything together. Depends on the piece, but in this case I'm just going to go ahead and attach.
He's jamming.
Are you making that noise, Carmen?
Yep, just for you. That one was for you, Jen. Dedicated. This is a cool little bubbler. So again, I'm just going to brace it right away. I'm not going to screw around here. And it's a push bowl, so I'm going to lean this over just a little. It's not like you got to get a slide out or anything like that. Just a little. And now I can go ahead and remove this. And I'll add a brace. And then I'll work in that weld. Awesome. Often I use my blow tube scrap for my welds. They're hollow, they're lightweight, and they're still strong. Just make sure you don't put a kink in it when you're bending it. See how I bent that fairly smoothly. Now I'm going to attach it. Right to the bottom here. Right to there. And now, oh, my bend wasn't quite in the right spot. So there. Now I can work that weld in. So you guys had a good trip out? Good trip back? No problems?
No problem.
A hot day to travel, eh? I hope your AC held out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There goes the brace. You can feel it in your hands when when anything cracks or a slight tink happens. And you know something's changed. Now just attach the brace again without it moving, and we're all good. Looks good. Just gotta polish this one little side and we're done.
That's like what I fear when I'm attaching my marbles at the end of the piece. To feel that little ding in your hand.
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
Yeah, especially when you're a day or two in.
Yeah.
100 sections, you're like, oh please. So there we go. Nice little Sherlock. So far it's Vagabond Redbeard. Well, we've seen a few of them. Here's one right here. What did I tell ya? We need some Jordank on this. Let's get this one back in the kiln. Ready for your marbles, brother. We got one. We got two. The third is right here. There it is right there. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. This is the big log of a tube that I don't need, or maybe just shove it over. There we go. Safety brake. Safety brake. Where's that hatch tube? Oh, Lord have mercy. The precious exists. Hash doobies are the best. I tried to smoke a hash backy at the gathering. Someone rolled up tobacco in it. They rolled a can in them. And I like just a single thread of tobacco with a log of hash. And we haven't talked about these ladies in the back at all. In the middle, we've got the East Coast Sour Diesel. On the left, behind Jordank, is the Nebula. Oh no, that's the God's Green Crack, and that's the Nebula on the right. And ladies, thanks to Remo Nutrients, so nice and healthy. That Sour Diesel was a twig in the, went out in the frost in April.
Oh yeah.
So it's that old, yeah. Safety, bud. Safety. Well, real pleasure there. You guys can try it out.
The other ladies in the background, we were getting ready.
Oh, yeah, well, the other ladies in the peanut gallery. We got some Starfire, some Mrs. Beard, and some Edwin Christine photography. Yeah. No, it's cool you guys are doing your own thing. Emily's doing photography, of course, and Jordank's doing glass.
Works out pretty well, actually.
You guys are still rocking day jobs,
Yeah.
but luckily, they're pretty cool day jobs. Two of the hemp stores in town employ these two cats. Pretty cool.
Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah. It's a good community we have.
Yeah, definitely.
I talked about that at the gathering a lot. Secret sponsors are the money and our event and everyone that's joining and attending the event. The money just goes around and around in our community. We all can support each other. It's amazing. And it's hot. Woo! Well, we're just about done this week. Long show, eh? Not bad. Hour and a half. I was saying the other day how when you played during the credits, that was best when the credits rolled and Bill was playing. We're gonna have to tape that for posterity. Well, if you'll allow me to. That'd be awesome. But I'm not ready for credits yet, so you better slow down. I will. We don't have to. Not you better. You better. You better.
For she's really happy, blows wild and sick in town. She blows the gate, flies in the race, in marijuana crown. In her picnic garden, the seeds grow all around. She plants you dig. She flips her wig, we marijuana crown. She don't know where she's going. She don't care where she's been. But every time you take her out, she's bound to take you in. Boy, that girl needs trouble. Ought to put her down. Get him taken, let that beware, sweet marijuana frown. Don't know where she's going. She don't care where she's been. But every time you take her out, she's bound to take you in. Boy, that girl needs trouble. You ought to put her down. Get him taken. Let God beware.
You hear me? That's to the chaos, I think.
So I just added a little clear attachment. That's what I'll stick it to the piece with. I should put the attachment so we can show that later. Let's see where that'll attach to here. I think we'll go here, here, and one on the back side.
Ooh, you stepped on the booster.
Yeah, the booster pedal, I love it.
had that boost.
I really stuck it on there hot. So I got a little bit of time here where I'm just going to try to hold position. I want to keep that latch quite thick. Now I can knock my puntee off while it's still hot. We'll polish that puntee mark right away. Don't forget your puntee mark. So you said it last time you were on the show, and I honestly forget, so you better tell all of us again, where do we find your music at? You had a website.
420tunes.ca.
420 Tunes. Like iTunes, but 420 Tunes.
420tunes.ca.
Awesome. Well, go and order some tunes, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you can listen to all the tunes from the record. You know what we have to do? We have to get a key from somebody to fix it up. Because our first record isn't on there.
Oh?
Well, it used to
Well, that's
be.
a collector's item.
It used to be, but then I don't know what happened. When we put a new record on, then the other ones came off or something. I don't know.
Yeah. The technology, eh?
Technology. Just
Well,
beyond me.
I say it's a collector's item now. If you got it, it's
Oh
worth it.
yeah, man. Yeah.
Just like my Fritz spoons. Those are going to be a collector's item. I'm not going to make them myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoonage production. Days are numbered. Get them while they're hot, because they ain't going to happen no more. They're going to make fun shit
My
like
brother
this.
Tom would like to get a pipe from
I'd
him.
like to get your brother Tom a pipe.
Yeah. Mike was really happy with when you get him.
Yeah, good. I got at least that much again for Tom, yeah.
Yeah, Tom said he was watching you give it to Mike, and he's like,
Why didn't you open
I
his
said,
face?
just ask him. He can do
Exactly, man. Open your
just ask
face.
him. He'll probably make one for you, a special one.
Of course I will. So, there's one marble on. I was just trying to, really a Smith Mini torch is where it's at for that part of the job. I think I did a pretty good job just working in that weld all the way around. There's one more spot I see right there I'll hit. That looks pretty good, eh? And then I'll attach the other one over here and the other one here.
Yeah, like
And then it'll be like,
tripod.
exactly, the old tripod.
I'm excited for this. I can't even put it into words how happy I am.
Yeah, buddy. Well, you've been doing a great job on your glass.
Thank
Your
you.
marbles are killing it. Your pendants, your spoonage. I saw you're selling wholesales now.
Yeah, I just got into wholesale,
That's
so
awesome.
if you guys know any shops who want to get some Jordank Coro in there,
I know lots of shops that need
Yeah.
it. Oh my gosh. You want to make Chris spoons for me?
Oh yeah. Pump that product.
Yeah.
It's how you get the shaping down really well, for sure.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely.
Alright, so that's the bottom without a hitch. And now I'm just going to hit that one little spot we talked about earlier. There we go. Good. I think we'll kill and sit that for a minute. And all I gotta do is attach those marbles. We can do that after the show here. What do you think?
Sure.
Should we go out with a tune and I'll just go. All I gotta do now is attach 2 more marbles and we'll call it a day. And gosh, I feel like I'm almost boring you with that process. But in truth, I want to leave you slightly hanging. We'll show you that piece next week, and we'll have a good time again. So join the Redbeard Show on Pod TV with artists such as Bill Small and the Tall Brothers. Jordank came out from Penticton. That was a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, you want a sweaty handshake? Sweaty
Yeah.
dirty handshake?
No, it.
There it is, bud. That was awesome. So it's really good. I'm glad you're not a dick. Come over anytime.
Definitely.
And thank you, seriously, yeah. And thank you, Emily, for your awesome photography. I want to thank my sponsors, VancouverSeedBank.ca. Don't forget to get your seeds there, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Kind Selections. I want to thank Beard Brothers and Prairie Mountain Lifestyles. These 3 companies are indeed honest, good hard-working folks that you can order good medicine from. I want to thank Dirty Dave Limited. Look at these shirts. Holler at me if you need a glass gathering shirt. I got a few left. I want to thank Remo Nutrients for the amazing food. Look at these plants. They're just healthiest I've had. I want to thank AIM Kilns for the amazing kilns. one of my better tools for sure. We all depend on them. If it's not digitally annealed, it's crap. I want to thank my beer sponsor, 12 Kings Pub. Don't think I forgot any sponsors this time around. I love you all. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next week here on Pod TV. Good times. Hey-ho. Thanks, buddy.